At the end of this video, you have a lot of info to help you understand audio interfaces and how to choose the right one for your home studio. Maybe you're on a budget, or maybe you're ready for an upgrade. This info is good for musicians, producers, podcasters, and gamers. First, I'll explain what an audio interface does. Then I'll show you different types of interfaces and who they're best for. I'll cover mic pre's, MIDI, phantom power, inputs, and more. If you're new to all this, don't worry, I'll explain everything in simple terms. You may even discover a feature you never knew you needed. You'll find my top audio interface recommendations in the video description. If you're new around here, I'm SanjayC. I've got lots of videos to help you get started with music production, plus production tips on my channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I always get straight to the point in my reviews and tutorials. Let's get started. An audio interface is the best way to get sound into your computer, and it could also improve sound quality. It's a device that typically has one or more inputs and at least one set of outputs. I've got mics in my studio and an electric guitar, and I want to record them on my computer, but my computer doesn't have the right inputs. An audio interface solves this problem. It connects to a computer by USB, and when I sing or play my guitar, it converts the audio signal into a digital signal that my computer can record. You may be familiar with devices with multiple inputs and outputs. Mixers. Mixers have been around forever, and if you're comfortable with them, I've got the Mackie Pro effects right here. Mixer, audio interface, and effects all in one. So, do you really even need an audio interface? Every computer comes with a sound card built in. If you don't need to record a mic or any external sound, that may be all you need. Built-in sound cards are fine, but you will get better quality from a dedicated interface. If a microphone is all you need, you may be fine with a USB mic. Check my review of the Rode NT USB Mini. It's a great mic for podcasting and even vocal recordings. You can hear some samples in that video. USB mics are convenient, but they don't have much room for expansion later, so let's stick with our audio interfaces. If you want to keep things compact, IK Multimedia has a bunch of audio interfaces that are super portable with every feature. I'll show you some of those later. So let's talk about the different types of interfaces available to you. The most popular interfaces cost around $100 to $150. This is the Focusrite 2i2. The first 2 stands for the number of inputs, and the second 2 the number of outputs. This little box gives you a lot for the money. You have 2 inputs for mics, guitars, and you can also use this as stereo inputs as well. It has outputs for your speakers and headphones. Most small interfaces like this one are powered by USB, so just one cable to your computer. It's got a bunch of other features that are super useful. These are features you'll find on most audio interfaces at any price range. Understanding these features is important when you're shopping for interfaces. First is the gain knob. This is kind of like a volume knob for whatever you connect in. Since different mics, guitars, and gear send different levels of volume into the interface, a gain knob helps you set it so that it's not too loud and it doesn't distort. Next, you've got a button for phantom power. It's usually marked plus 48V. Phantom power is necessary for microphones that require power. Usually condenser microphones. Condenser mics are more sensitive than dynamic mics, and they work better for a lot of singers. I mostly use condenser mics in my studio. So yeah, having phantom power is necessary, and it gives you more options for mics in the future. Next, we've got the direct monitor feature. This allows you to hear the signal straight from your mic or instrument that you plug into your audio interface, along with the music from your computer. Well, why would you want that? Well, when you record with a computer, it introduces some delay called latency in the recording process. With direct monitoring, you hear your voice before it gets routed to your computer, which allows you to sing in time with the music without that delay that could put you off time. If you're a vocalist, you really need this feature. Next, you have a headphone jack, and this is super important when recording with a mic. You don't want your mic to be picking up the music from your speakers, so best you wear some headphones when you record. Last is a feature you don't really see. It's the analog to digital conversion rate, and it's measured by sample rates, 44.1, 48, 96, 192 kilohertz. Lots of options. Higher sample rates offer higher quality, but for most music and podcasting and video applications, 44.1 or 48 is all you need. So don't get caught up in those numbers. All right, you've learned a lot about audio interfaces already. But before I demo the different types, if you're finding this information useful, hit the like button and leave a comment if you have a question. And watch till the end because I'm going to tell you what you get when you upgrade to the high-end stuff. Are you ready for it? Now, if you're looking for an audio interface for $100 with all the features I just explained, check out my list of the top interfaces available right now. I'll put a link to that video in the description and over here. But wait, don't go anywhere yet. A couple interfaces I'll show you next have some features you may want to consider. And the next one even includes MIDI in and out. This is the iRig Pro by IK Multimedia. It's $150. If you're looking for something super portable and compatible with an iPad or any tablet, this could be a good option for you. It's really compact and feels like a thick remote control. It's got a combo mic and instrument input with phantom power, but to keep it small, it only has one output for headphones. But there is an iRig Duo option with speaker outputs and 2 inputs. Best of all, they even include MIDI in and out. MIDI allows you to connect keyboards through your audio interface to your computer. Now these days, most keyboards have USB, but older keyboards use an old MIDI connector. If you've got an old keyboard that doesn't have USB, find an audio interface that includes this feature. I really can't believe they fit all of this into this iRig Pro. All right, next up is an interface and mixer combo. This is the Mackie Pro Effects 6 for $150. So why would you want this option? Well, lots of reasons. First, you may be more familiar with the mixer form factor. You can use this as a standalone mixer without a computer or as an audio interface with your computer. And it's got built-in effects. I think this is a great option if you record at home and play live on stage. You don't even need your computer to add effects to your voice or instruments. Listen to this. You can totally use this as a USB audio interface as well. Mic and instrument inputs, gain knob is here, headphone and speaker outputs, and even direct monitoring. You get a lot for $150 here. 6 inputs, those effects, and it's built like a tank. I was honestly super surprised with this thing. By the way, this interface has a button for High Z. What's that? Well, high Z inputs are best for instruments with low levels of output like an electric guitar. The other type of input is called line. It's for things that you plug in that already have a high volume. It could be a keyboard, a synth, or even an old turntable. If you're a guitarist, check to make sure that the interface you're looking at has a high Z input. It's also called an instrument input. So what are those more expensive audio interfaces all about? Well, you get more inputs, more outputs, and some other very cool things. But does it justify the high price? Well, it depends on where you are in your production career. Some of these interfaces feature better mic preamps. Oh, what are mic preamps? Well, every interface and mixer includes a preamp that boosts the sound of a mic. Some mic pre's aim to add some color, and some try to be as transparent as possible. Higher-end audio interfaces like those by Universal Audio give you high-quality mic preamps. But just between you and me, for home producers, the difference in sound may not be a big deal to you. You can check out the difference in a video here. But wait, there are more features on these higher-end interfaces. The Arturia AudioFuse 8 Pre right here can connect to other audio interfaces and extend the inputs. I've got it connected with a single cable to the Universal Apollo 8, and now I have 16 channels. It just combines everything into one. Super convenient. But wait, who needs all these inputs? Well, it is useful if you're recording a band, or how about a drummer with multiple mics? It's also useful if you've got a bunch of keyboards and synths and you don't want to keep unplugging and plugging them in. I've got everything in my studio connected. The Arturia AudioFuse costs $800 and the Apollo 8 costs over $1,500. Well, why the jump in price for the Universal Audio? Well, UAD audio interfaces also include what's called DSP processing. It allows you to use the computing power inside the interface to apply effects instead of taking up your computer's power. Universal Audio makes high-quality plugins that are only compatible with their interfaces. They sound great, but you may be ready for them when you're ready to upgrade your studio. You don't need it when you're just getting started. The last audio interface I have is one that helps you stream online. So how do these work? These are great for live streams, podcasts, and gaming online. This works with a tablet or a laptop. So plug in any audio source and then mix in your voice as well with the input for a mic, or a mic/headphones combo. It even has a loopback feature so you can be outputting from your music application while talking and then sending everything to your live stream. Honestly, I've been dying to do this for so long. I'll let you know when I do a live stream with this. Listen, if you're just getting started with music production, I recommend you start small. Those budget interfaces are perfect if you're just trying to record at home with a mic or your guitar, and it'll even cover you if you have a guest artist come by. All the audio interfaces I've featured in this video are linked in the description below. If you have a question, leave it in the comments. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you guys later.